Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Dia, and this here's my co-host Odin. Heavy metal and horror movies go together like cheese and wine, peanut butter and jelly, and Richard Simmons with hot pants. Considering the first heavy metal band took their name from a horror movie, I'd say they belong together. Some of these movies are hard rock in tone, some of these are death metal inspired, black metal inspired, some are true stories, and some are a little bit questionable whether it's actually a horror movie, but I put them on the list anyway, and I'll explain why. Okay, so digging right into number 10, we have the movie Death Metal. No explanation needed for that one. It came out in 2023. We happened to just stumble upon this movie on Amazon. I don't know if we rented it or what, but the plot of this movie is a metal band writes a song that possesses people. The movie opens with actually incantation on stage, so it's quite a long time that they're on at the beginning of the movie, so that was different. This band goes out to a recording studio in the middle of the woods, and I guess this was shot in Ohio is what I saw on the information, but goes out to a recording studio in the middle of the woods, and they're working on an album, and things go crazy with this song that the one guy wrote. For fans of zombies, possession, death metal in general, but I can't remember, but I keep thinking back, I think the band was not a death metal band, that they were doing black metal songs. I'll have to watch it again, it's been a few months, but I thought it was very enjoyable. I liked it. It has some pretty good atmosphere, and it's not low budget either, not low budget, just like, it's like on the high side of B. Like, it was great. There was nothing distracting about it. The acting and the camera work was great, and it actually won a bunch of awards, so definitely recommend that one. So number 9 on this list is a movie from 1984 starring Alice Cooper called Monster Dog. This movie is about a rock star, Alice Cooper, who returns to his childhood home to shoot a music video, and there's a pack of wild dogs terrorizing the residents of that neighborhood. I watched this movie a long time ago, so I don't remember whether it's very gruesome. I know there's some very gorific parts. The main thing that stands out in my mind from this movie is the video Alice Cooper is shooting in the house. It's really cool. It's very dreamy, gothic looking, old house, and the colors used in the video. I remember it being like very, very dreamy like type of video. The song's very dreamy too. So I don't know if he ever put that song on an album. I should have looked it up, but I didn't look it up. The acting was good. It's a high B. It's up there. I don't think it's like any major production, of course. But the characters are great. Everything about it's great. It's just a very dreamy movie. So I'll have to watch that one again. Number 8 on my list is a 2015 movie called Deathgasm. There's another movie about summoning demons. The movie's pretty high energy. It has a lot of black metal gore, a lot of action. There isn't any downtime in this movie, so you definitely would never get bored. The soundtrack includes Immortal, Emperor, they got Midnight, they got Nunslaughter. So, really good soundtrack, really great movie. Definitely highly recommend that. If you haven't seen that one, if you like possession, high energy movies, you will like that. Going on to number 7, we got some hard rock, heavy metal movie here called Black Roses. This came out in 1988. So demons pose as a rock band and hypnotize people. People get possessed. This is great 80s camp. It's like highly entertaining. Music by Hallows Eve and Lizzie Borden. King Cobra. It's a good time, sit back and just chill movie. You don't really have to put any thought into it. Really campy, pretty funny, watchable. Definitely B movie. So if you're not in the mood for a B movie, I mean, it's a high B. Just looking for something to sit around and chill and just watch and not think about anything. Black Roses. So number 6 on my list is a movie that was pretty controversial when it came out. It came out in 2018, called Lords of Chaos. I guess it's based off of the book Lords of Chaos. So hence the name. This is things that happened in the 90s with the black metal band called Mayhem. Based off of facts, which they, you know, changed some in the movie, and I'm sure that made a lot of people that are living mad. But with all of that aside, it's still a pretty good horror movie. And a lot of these people are still living. So I'm sure, you know, it painted some people in a bad light. Some people painted themselves in a bad light too. But, you know, I would say this is probably a high budget movie. Like a high on the, here's the A, high budget, and it's like down there, maybe in the middle. I thought that they really got the 90s feel right. Like if you were that age in the 90s, which I was, and how heavy metal parties, you know, metal parties, that seemed all like very accurate from my memory. And I just thought it really created the 90s vibe, which I really liked. Probably never watching it again because I don't like the death scene when Dead. So that's his name that killed himself. If you don't know anything about Mayhem, he was the singer of Mayhem. But about him in general, he makes me think about people I know in real life that have that type of personality who say things like that. So I think that this is really good for definitely nostalgic purposes. Like if you like the 90s or miss the 90s or were that age in the 90s and around the age of these bands, which I am. 90s when you were watching all this stuff emerge and get huge skyrocket popularity. Who would have ever thought that? I never thought that. I recommend it. A lot of people don't like it due to the historical fact stuff, but as I said, good horror movie. Okay, so this next movie, I never thought of it as a horror movie, but guess what? I saw it listed as a horror movie, so I'm going to use it because I like this movie. And so that is Kiss Meets the Phantom, and it came out in 1978, and it was actually produced as a TV movie by Hanna-Barbera, the Smurf people. So in this movie, Kiss is superheroes, and they're going after this evil inventor who's making all these like copies of Kiss robots, and they're evil. And this evil inventor is making these copies of Kiss evil robots, and they're trying to destroy a California amusement park. So, you know, Kiss the heroes have to come in and save the day. His acting is terrible. Paul Stanley is the worst actor I've ever seen, ever. Gene Simmons doesn't really say that much. And then the other two just act goofy. But it's definitely, if you're a Kiss fan, it's definitely worth watching. You're not going to see anything gruesome in it or anything over the top. I wouldn't say the cinematography is fantastic, but Kiss is on stage playing in the 70s on the movie, so it's definitely interesting to watch that. So I think it's pretty cool. I like to watch it every once in a while. I think I have it on VHS is what I have it on. And also have Animalized Kiss Tour on VHS. Now that's a good time. Put that one on if you're sitting around at a party. Let's say party. That's a party VHS. And I think Kiss Meets the Phantom is Phantom of the Park is actually a party movie too, because the acting's so terrible, especially Kiss. So definitely watch that one. I like it. So Number 4, my brother told me about this one, and I didn't know it existed. And it's actually on Tubi right now. It is called Pledge Night. It's from 1990, and it stars Joey Belladonna from Anthrax as a hippie zombie. And it's not that low budget. It's not terrible. It's not VHS quality type of movie. It's like pretty decent. It's got some pretty good acting in it, kind of, you know. So yeah, Joey Belladonna is this like zombie who was a former pledge of a fraternity house, and things went wrong somehow. Now he's like this immortal zombie, and I don't know, it's pretty funny. It's got some like gore in it. It definitely has gore in it, so I mean, I find it interesting. In the soundtrack, Anthrax, of course, so it would have been funny if they had the whole band in the movie, but yeah, I don't think they did. I don't know, I wasn't paying that close of attention, but I know Joey Belladonna, yeah. So, if you like some gore, now, I'm going to warn you, if you try to watch this movie, the first 40 minutes is, I thought, if you don't really care that much about the pranks or the pledge things that's going on, I didn't get too much into that, but when Joey Belladonna comes on the scene, it does get interesting, so hold out for that. Okay, number 3 is a movie that I just happened to come across because I was just like looking things up and, you know, checking things out, just like looking up information from movies I've already seen. A movie from 1995 called Death Metal Zombie. And yes, you guessed it, it's another movie of people hearing music and turning into zombies, but it is, for the time, interesting. If you can get past the girl in the shower for the first 10 minutes of the movie, that boringness, then it does kick into a movie that feels like found VHS footage. And I know they weren't going for that, that's probably all they had, but like found VHS footage of things going on with these people, this death metal crowd. You know, one thing I did like about this movie, typically any girl that's in a death metal movie or even hard rock or I don't know, whatever, they always make their girlfriends like that, they just tolerate that type of music, but these girls actually did like this type of music, so that was different. The music in this movie is pungent stench, we've got brutality, we've got dismember. It does have that, of course, since it was shot in the 90s, it does have that 90s feel, so if you want to do nostalgia, watch them back, check that out. And like I said, if you can get through the past 10-20 minutes, you're golden. Okay, number 2 on my list, I haven't seen in years. I really don't remember that much about it besides the body piercing part. But it's called Strangeland. It came out in 1998. Starring Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. So this did come out at the height of everybody and their mother was getting everything pierced in the 90s. Basically, this movie is about a guy who likes to torture people with body piercings, from what I remember, and that's what it said, but a lot of this movie is a killer's on the loose who likes to torture people with body piercings. So, from what I remember, it was pretty good. I think it's a little bit higher than just a regular B movie. In this, you've got Pantera, Megadeth, Anthrax, sort of like a body horror type of movie. You know, I would have to watch it again to say, like, I don't think it's probably relaxing. Definitely not with body piercing, but but if you want to see Dee Snider in some kind of main role, then that would be the movie to watch. Okay, number 1, yes, it's been on all kinds of my list multiple times. So this is the 1986 movie Trick or Treat. It's about a teenage metalhead. I don't know why he has to be wimpy. Why can't he be a strong metalhead? Why? Who gets picked on in school, and he worships a singer from a band, and the singer's name is Sammy Kerr. And basically, worshiping Sammy Kerr became a curse to him. So it does have cameos from Ozzy and Gene Simmons, and I did look up something, and it said something about Blackie Lawless was offered, from Wasp, was offered to play Sammy Kerr, which that would have been interesting. I think the guy who played Sammy Kerr did an excellent job, really, with the attitude, great, but that would be very interesting to see Sammy Kerr being played by Blackie Lawless. Wow. Especially back in that time. Also, I read something that Gene Simmons was also offered the Sammy Kerr part, but he decided he wanted to go with the DJ because Wolfman Jack was one of his favorites and he wants to play that type of role. And, of course, this is a very chill movie. Watch it every year. Definitely around late summer when you want it to be fall and you want it to be Halloween type vibes. And you just want to get all of the summer crap out of your head, mind. You know, the summer heat. Ew. You know, that's starting here in Ohio now. So yeah, so it's in the 80s. Yay! I won't be going out there. It's a very chill movie. Check it out if you've never seen it. So Odin, which metal band would you put in your movie? Thumbs up for heavy metal, everybody. Whether it's black metal, death metal, hard rock, progressive, power metal, not new metal. Out the door with that. And I just want to thank you for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. I will see you in the next one.